the 55th Annual Alfred I. duPont-Columbia University Awards in Television and Radio Journalism. From Low Memorial Library on the campus of Columbia University in New York City, here is your host, Jane Pauley.
And thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Alfred I. duPont-Columbia University Awards, awards that have themselves come to be the most prized in television and radio news. As we gather to honor the best in broadcast news, I can say with absolute confidence it has been a year of enormous changes in our industry. For years, our viewers found us by turning the knob on their TV sets to a number, something like 4. Well, now TV knobs have become collectible antiques. Channel numbers can sound like the temperature on a spring day, and some people tune in by typing into their computers for the news. Technology has given us all news on all media all the time. It's not just 24 hours a day anymore. In places like New York, with 3 all-day news channels, it's 72 hours a day. Our reach has never been wider. Our response is never faster, our potential to influence the public debate never more awesome. But even as I stand here and talk about the many ways that technology has changed the news, this year at least one element has stayed the same, and that is what we report about. You can see that in the winners we honor here tonight. And thank you, Harry. Our next presenter is John Martin, national correspondent for ABC News. John.
Thank you, Jane. The winners of this category have to be tough. Investigative reporters on local television are a vanishing breed. And not so long ago, it was different. Stations with strong news departments used teams of reporters to search out abuses of power and abuses of the public trust. And the reporters got the time and the resources to do their work properly. Often they saw the ratings go up, as did public respect. But something is changing. After more than 30 years as a newspaper reporter and editor, and as a local television reporter and a network correspondent, I can tell you that there are mounting pressures working against investigative reporting. Lately, it's gotten more intense, but I can also tell you that there are many brave people down in the trenches and up in the management suites who understand those pressures and who strive to earn the public trust, and they do earn it. What's troubling is that some news organizations now avoid investigative efforts, not only because of the time and money required, but increasingly because of the fear and the reality of lawsuits, which makes our next winners all the more worthy of their batons. WFAA TV in Dallas regularly assigns senior reporter Robert Riggs and field producer P.J. Ward to cover investigative stories full-time. In 1995, they uncovered a trail of large payments to a member of the Dallas Independent School Board from an insurance agent who provided school insurance and pension policies. The WFAA team examined more than 4,000 pages of documents and interviewed more than 250 people. After their investigation, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Dallas began its own 6-month investigation. This ended in a 42-count federal indictment of the board member. He resigned from the Dallas School Board, but was ultimately acquitted of the charges. Now, we cannot televise the prize work tonight of Robert Riggs and WFAA. That's because the school board member has filed suit against WFAA, the station that we honor. When lawsuits are filed, the stories in question become radioactive in a way, not to be touched, not to be republished or rebroadcast until the issue is resolved. In the end, we all know the truth will out. WFAA is defending itself against this lawsuit, and the merits will be decided elsewhere. But let us resolve tonight, as journalists and citizens, never to be intimidated or diverted from pursuing the truth. And so, in that spirit, a silver baton goes to WFAA TV Dallas and reporter Robert Riggs for their uncompromising coverage. Robert?
The truth of this story has never been challenged, even by the people that are suing us. And it has brought about major reforms in the way the Dallas School District does business. And finally, the voices of African American children in this district who make up this predominantly minority district are being heard. Thank you. That wouldn't be possible without the leadership at the top, and that includes John Miller, our news director at WFAA, the president of the station, Kathy Creaney, and at the corporate level, Marty Haig. I also want to thank P.J. Ward, the producer, Jesus Hernandez, the videotape editor, and the entire news staff. It's a place that is a dream for every reporter to work. And finally, I want to thank my wife and 2 children for their understanding for the missed ballet recitals and tennis matches. Thank you.